What's up guys, welcome to the Brick Brethren channel. My name's Hunter and today I'm going to be reviewing the new LEGO V-19 Torrent that just came out last month. And I know that the last wave of Star Wars in August has been overpriced, so I just want to give you guys an idea to see if you felt like this set was actually worth the $65. Starting off with the front side of the box, we've got the V-19 Torrent right there. We've also got the 3 minifigs on the bottom, and when you look at the back, you will notice there is an action scene of Ventress going against Obi-Wan with the pilot down on the bottom. And then if you look at the side, you'll see a minifig, which is the clone pilot. That's what it actually is when comparing it to the size. But overall, they did pretty good with the box art. Now looking at the V-19 build, this is a lot smaller compared to the original one that came out, but this set has so many more details and better functionality compared to the original, and honestly, LEGO nailed it with this. LEGO added some great playable features like these stud shooters on each wing, and man, they look awesome when you shoot them. When looking at the front of the ship, you will notice some stickers on the bottom section. This is the intake of the engine. LEGO also included one Republic sticker for the wing. Just in case you didn't remember, LEGO did add a Republic sticker to each of the wings on the last V-19, and that actually isn't accurate. But you will notice there is a 3-stripe sticker, and that's on both wings. Now looking at the backside of the wings, you will notice that it has an unfinished look, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of this. I feel like LEGO could have cleaned this up by adding a few bricks that would cover that exposed area just to make it look more clean. This really reminded me of the Ahsoka T6 shuttle just because LEGO did the exact same thing and made the front of the wings look complete but the backside look unfinished. One of the best parts of this set is this newly replaced cockpit cover. On the old one it was clear, and LEGO made this yellow since this is the accurate color. And just like every LEGO Star Wars ship, you can place the minifig in the cockpit so you can take him on a ride. Like I said earlier, the playability of the set is great. You can actually rotate the wings and get it prepared for battle. When rotating the wings of this set, I never felt like the set would break at all, and honestly, I'd give this set a 10 out of 10 when it comes to stability. Here's an up-close look at what the V-19 looks like when it's in its flying mode, and I seriously think I might get a stand for this set just because I think it looks so sick when it's in this mode. Again, the stability of this set is great, and you can swoosh it around without feeling like it's going to break, which I think is a plus. So if you're buying it for your kid, don't worry, it shouldn't break. Now looking at the minifigs, we've got a clone pilot right here. I feel like LEGO did a great job with the printing. I know that yellow print doesn't go all the way back on his helmet, but still LEGO did a great job with the mold. In case you didn't know, this is a brand new molded helmet, which we've never gotten before, and this looks so much better compared to the old clone pilots we've gotten in the past. Next up, we've got Obi-Wan. This might be my favorite minifig from the set just because he looks so sick in his Clone Wars armor. And wow, that arm printing is so fire. He also comes with a second printed face if you want to change the look of him. And finally, we've got Asajj Ventress. This is the first time we've seen Ventress in this outfit in LEGO form, and I feel like she looks really cool. I do wish she came with dual molded legs, but overall LEGO did a great job, and I love that LEGO included her famous lightsaber hilts instead of just using a generic lightsaber LEGO hilt that they use for every Jedi. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of this set. I first want to talk about the LEGO minifigs that were included, just because these minifigs were sick. Now, if you're a huge minifig fan or a Star Wars fan, this is the set for you. We're getting a Ventress and an Obi-Wan and that clone pilot, which has a new molded helmet, which looks so much better compared to the clone pilots we've gotten in the past. I also love that LEGO focused on making a version of Obi-Wan in his Clone Wars armor. If you remember, they did do that in the past, but he just kind of looked weird because at that time, LEGO was trying to make the faces of those minifigs look more like the Clone Wars cartoon, which it just looks weird. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing, but it's just not my favorite. But with this one, they made it look more like a regular face for him, which I would prefer that 10 times more than what we got 10 years ago. And I also love the printing on the arms for Obi-Wan. They did a great job with that. And then I also love that we got a Ventress. Now, Ventress was really cool just because we've only gotten her a couple times, and this Ventress, we've never gotten this style of her where she's in this purple outfit. I think they did a great job. I also love that LEGO included her special hilts for her lightsaber, just because hers is a lot more unique. But overall, LEGO did a great job on the minifigs, and again, if you're a huge minifig fan or Star Wars fan, this is the set for you. Second off, I want to talk about the build itself. Now the build, let me fix that and make it look cooler. But the build, I feel like LEGO did a great job on this. Now the reason why I say this is the last one that came out was actually not minifig scale. And I'm not saying this is minifig scale, but it's a lot more on point compared to the last one. The last one's a lot bigger. Now this one's a lot more downsized, but this is actually more accurate. Now I usually don't like when LEGO's downsizing. I'm just very OCD where I like my stuff to be more minifig scale, and this is probably the first time you're ever going to hear me say good job LEGO with the downsizing of the Star Wars ship, because this is a lot more accurate. I also love that LEGO made more of an effort to make this look as accurate as possible with the details. So we've got a yellow cockpit instead of the clear cockpit. There's the clear cockpit on the last one, and that's not accurate. I also love that LEGO only included one Republic sticker on one wing, just because the last one had 2 Republic stickers on each wing, or 1 sticker on each wing, and that's not accurate. So I think LEGO really was trying to go above and beyond when it came to details, and really just upgrading this compared to what we got in the past. But overall, I think LEGO did a great job. Now, the third pro I want to talk about is the price. Now, you guys may be wondering, well, you know, $65 is pretty steep. Well, $65 is steep, but compared to what we got in the last wave for LEGO Star Wars, this is the most affordable in my opinion, but also what you're paying for is like actually like good quality. And I love that, you know, we got 3 minifigs in this set and a more accurate version of this ship. So, I mean, $65 is a lot better. And if you're in compare it to like the turbo tank, I mean, the turbo tank is very, very overpriced in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But I think with all the Star Wars wave, if you're wanting good quality, which not all of the other sets were the best of quality, or they were very downscaled, this is the ship, or I should say set for you. Now, with the cons, I would have to say, rarely do I ever not find a con, but I can't find a con with this set. I usually do feel like I'm a little bit more pickier, but LEGO just nailed it with this. I'm glad that we got a more accurate ship. I'm glad that we got 3 awesome minifigs that are a lot more unique compared to, you know, just a regular clone or just a regular Obi-Wan version. I mean, we got a really good, you know, bang for our buck for this set. But if you were to ask me, what are you going to rate this set out of 10? I'm going to give this a solid 9 out of 10. And I feel like I've already clarified why I would give it a 9 out of 10. It's just a great set. But finally, I'd love to hear what you guys would say. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts, and also mention if you guys think this set's worth it. But always feel free to subscribe to our channel. The more support just makes us want to do this even more. Thanks, guys.